It is a new week. I'm recording this on Monday, but this is going to go up on Tuesday for Table Talk Tuesday. Yeah, still recovering after vacation, but you know, it was a really good vacation. It was shorter than we normally take, but it was good in the way that we just were able to just relax. We didn't just like go every day. Every day we just had like one or two things planned, and it was just so wonderful. And we got out of this crazy SoCal heat. Tuesday of last week, we drove across the Tacoma Narrows Bridge into the little islands that are over there, like Bremerton, Port Townsend, Paulsbo, Gig Harbor, just all the little, basically you can get there by bridge or by ferry. I don't know if there's any land ways you can get there, but the weather was gorgeous. It was overcast, it was cloudy, it was rainy, and when we went to Port Townsend, the weather was it was fantastic. It was, like I said, it was cool and rainy, and to me that is just like the perfect beach weather for this time of year. So I did post a little video of a little bit of what you can see in An Officer and a Gentleman. We got to go see the lighthouse, which to me, I was just like in heaven there because I love lighthouses. And we got to like actually walk right up to the lighthouse, so you could actually like touch it if you wanted to. I didn't, because I was more focused on my niece trying to give out on me and not falling face first in the sand. So, but it was so wonderful. But anyways, check this out behind me. I'm in a whole new area. And it's because of what we found when we were on vacation. On Wednesday, we went to this place called Value Village. That was one of our 3 thrift store things we did. We also went to a Goodwill, which I wasn't real happy with. And then we went to the Tinkertopia, which will be Thursday's video. But at Value Village, my husband found a chair, a very well-built chair for $30. That is what I'm sitting on and recording my videos on. I was able to pull some of my favorite blankets out and cover it up to kind of protect it from the cats, because it does have a lot of wood and fabric. It is an older chair. But yeah, it fit in the back of my car, no problem with our luggage and everything. So, of all things to bring home on a vacation, big piece of furniture, right, friends? I mean, but hey, for $30, and he got it with, in mind to give me more comfort when I'm recording my videos, because before I was literally sitting on a plastic fold-up chair. That's what I've been sitting on. Rarely do I go sit at my desk, because the lighting back there is just I can't get it right. So here to my right, there's a bookshelf, and the light used to be right here in this corner where my books and stuff are, but I moved it back behind the TV because it was kind of washing out behind me. And then to my left, I have our big bedroom window. So I hope this is okay. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of this new setup. I'm hoping to put some stuff behind me on the walls here, decorate it a little bit. Yeah, but we just finished this project yesterday, and it was so hard for me to help. I felt so bad because, like I said, I've been having problems with my knees again, specifically my left one. So I was very limited on how much I could do, but I'm so thankful my son helped my husband do a lot of the lifting and taking stuff to the trash, because we got rid of so much too. We just cleaned up. We did like a full deep clean on the side of our bedroom yesterday. So yeah, so like I said, vacation was really good, really good. I'm ready to go back. I really am. I love the state of Washington, love the Pacific Northwest. It's just something about it. If you've never been up there, I highly recommend planning a trip up there and going to, like we did. We went to, like I said, we took the bridge over to Port Townsend and Paulsbo, which Paulsbo is just a little, like, I think it's German town. My husband had some family members that were buried in a little cemetery there, so we went to go look for those because he's a big genealogy person, so he wanted to get those for his genealogy, and which we did find them. Thankfully, they, at the cemetery, they had like a little board telling you like where each person was buried. And so on the fence, there were numbers for each row. And he didn't see the numbers at first. I saw the numbers right away. So as soon as I saw the numbers, I was like, hey, you know, this is where we need to go. And so I did have to get down there and clean up the headstones and stuff because, you know, an older cemetery. So, but yeah. And then we went to the little town of Paulsbo and parked and went into a little bakery there. And I will add some pictures to the end of this video so you can just see like the cinnamon roll that I got and the piece of fudge I got from the candy store. Man, I wanted to buy so much more, but I was trying to be good because I was already eating so much stuff that my body's not used to on this trip. But it was so good. It was such a blessing to be able to go and just, you know, and school starts next week. So I'm going to be batch recording a lot, so you're going to see me wearing the same thing in a lot of my videos just because I have to batch record because especially when school starts, I'm just not going to have time. Strawberry lemonade water. Yum, yum. Yeah, so anyways, let me get right into this and show you some stuff I bought between the thrift stores. I'm not going to show you what I purchased at Tinkertopia until Thursday. That is going to be a whole video in and of itself. I was just, whew, you are in for a wonderful video for Thursday. So anyways, without further ado, Value Village, not only did we buy this chair, like I said, that I'm sitting on, I found this bag of yarn. And this was $4.99 for... I have not opened this yet, so I have not done the smell test. It doesn't stink, so that's good. There was just no way to open these skeins in the store because they have it so... so these are super soft, 100% acrylic. And oh my goodness, that print is tiny on there. Wow. I want to say 56 yards per ball. I could be wrong. I have no idea what these are from, but it recommends a 4mm knitting needle and a 5mm crochet hook. But each one has the color on it. You can see. I could probably even get away with using a 4.5mm crochet hook on these. But you can see these are just... they're small little, kind of like what I'm doing those granny squares in right now. So yeah, so that was that. Like I said, it was this whole bag for $4.99. They had so much vintage yarn at the Value Village that I really wanted to get, but again, I couldn't do, and I'm sorry if I'm shaking you guys. I'm trying to put these back in the bag. I had no way to do the smell test or to even check if they were like dry rotting or anything. So I chose against getting the vintage yarns. I really, really wanted them though because it was a lot of stuff like my grandmother would have when I was growing up. But that's okay. That's okay. And then I found, this is totally not craft or yarn or anything related, but my grandson found for $4.49. This is a whole bag of airplanes and helicopters and just all kinds of stuff. Again, as you see, we have not opened this because I'm still working on getting stuff put away. But there's a big jet right here that's huge. So I will clean that up later. So that was also from Value Village. And then also from Value Village, I found two crochet magazines. And these are from April 96 and August of 95. And these were 99 cents a piece. So not bad, not bad. But I fell in love with just the intricacy of, like, see this pattern here. This is using, it's on the back too. This is using, I think, a lot of the string yarns, like what my grandmother would crochet with. And even if I don't ever do anything out of these, just having them in my collection really is going to be nice. Well, that was actually a 4-weight yarn there, and so is that. So there's those. I was really curious to see what this was. The new pattern for the Lord's Prayer. I haven't looked at these in full. I haven't had time since we got home. I've been doing laundry and cleaning and getting my apartment back together. Wow, look at this one. Can you imagine crocheting this, guys, with the string? Whew. Or, look at this. Yeah, wow. So that was all Value Village. And that, if you are ever in the Puyallup, Washington area, I probably said that wrong. That's where it's located at. It is a huge thrift store. I mean, they have everything under the sun. It's very well organized. They had a lot of crochet hooks, knitting needles, that kind of thing. I perused through it, but I didn't see anything that I wanted or needed. So, yeah, again, so if you're in the Puyallup, Tacoma area, it's in Puyallup, Washington. I don't remember the street or location. You can look it up online. It's Value Village. There's the name right there. Wonderful thrift store, like I said. Alright, so for Goodwill, like I said, Goodwill was kind of a washout just because they had a lot of products from like stores that were closing and they were just trying to upsell. But I figured I'd go in it just because it was right up the street from the hotel that we stayed in. But I did find my grandson an Under Armour athletic shirt that was originally $4. It was on clearance, or on sale, because it was blue tack sales, 50% off, so $2. And it's in practically brand new condition. And then I found him one other shirt that was either $2 or $3 for a Children's Place t-shirt, again practically brand new condition, which he's wearing today, so, and it fits him perfectly. But I think he found like some pizza truck toy that was like $4, to me overpriced, but it kept him happy for the trip. So, and then we found a Garfield movie for $3.99. I'm sorry, that's a little overpriced for a used DVD from a thrift store, but when I opened it up after we got in the car and everything, there was actually 2 copies of the same movie in there. Score. Okay, so I guess not too bad, right? But I did find this little box, and this goes with something that I got at Tinkertopia. So keep this box in mind. I'll show it again on Thursday, but this was $2.49, and they had a bunch of them, brand new boxes. So again, keep in mind this box for Thursday's video from Tinkertopia. And then I'm wanting to get back into scrapbooking really, really bad. And so I can't remember how much their books were at Goodwill. I think they were $1.99 or $2.99. I don't remember, but this was originally a $16.95 book, and I paid no more than $3 for this. But there's just so much in here. I have all the scrapbook materials and everything, and I have seen this. I have seen this before. And you can see wherever this came from before, it was priced at $7. But this is called Keepsake Scrapbooking Everyday Moments, a treasury of favorites, over 775 creative designs and tips. So this was a good deal. And then There's some of the table of contents there. There's a little layout there. I don't do a whole lot of this journaling stuff. I like to just do pictures, maybe with a couple of words or that kind of thing. So yeah, so there was this one. So I was really happy with that find. And then I found this Recraft. This was, excuse me, US $12.95. And this is unique projects that look great and save the planet. So I got this with Thrifty Thursdays in mind. And this was one thing that really caught my mind. Where you take paper and you wrap paper and you make paper projects just using old paper and stuff. And I know, yeah, and here's another one off the cuff. You can make rolled paper bracelets. Wow, excuse me, I'm sorry, friends. Vivian's Van Adventures and Craft. If you look her up, she has done paper rolling videos showing you how she rolls paper. So that's kind of where I got the idea to do that. And then this is doing boho beads using newspaper and water. So you basically cook the water, make your own bead material. Yeah, so this is I think this is gonna be really fun. I'll go through this and see what I can do, what I can pull up. Candy Lover's Ring using folded paper. Another cuffum using gardening gloves, aluminum can, that kind of thing. A mosaic flower pot using CDs. So yeah, so this is going to be a nice little book to go through. And then I did it. I don't know if I will ever grasp how to knit. This one wasn't a great sale. As you can see, it was originally $4.50 and I paid no more than $3. This is a Susan Bates Knitting for Beginners. Learn to knit in 6 easy steps from left to right for left and right hand knitters. So, all right, sorry about that. Okay, so this book is, I'm looking for the copyright 1986. And there is a table of contents in this one. It also, this is nice because it breaks down like different knitting needle sizes for US and all that. Talks about tools that you'll need. Winding your yarn into balls. Shows you how to do it, how to launder your yarn, which I know a lot of people talk about doing when they buy used yarn. There's also like the terms for knitting. Again, I don't know if I will ever knit, but so it shows you casting on for left and right handers, so it gives you a breakdown on one side is left hand and on the right side is right hand. So I'm noticing as I'm going through this book, you're going to get one side is left hand and one side is right hand. So this is nice. I didn't notice this when I bought it in the store. But then there's just some simple patterns, or well, as they call simple. I don't know if y'all tried knitting before, but I know I have, and I cannot keep the knitting needles straight, and I cannot keep the yarn on the knitting needles. So this is talking about increasing and decreasing, which I'm just learning how to do proper decreasing in crochet, and I've been doing this I've been crocheting for 1.5 years now. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so back to this book. Tells you how to join in a new yarn, casting on while work is in progress, correcting your errors if you make an error in the stitching, how to pick up stitches along an edge, making a cable, Again, this is all like a foreign language to me, working from charts and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that was that. This is really pretty. So yeah, so that is, oh no, that was my thrift store hauls. Let me show you my Walmart hauls. Where did I buy? Okay, so those, sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. All right, so Walmart up in Roseburg, Oregon. On the way up, we stopped at this Walmart because that's where we stayed. They had all their fall and Christmas fabrics. I didn't buy it on the way up to Washington because I was like, yeah, let me see what I can find when we're up there. And they didn't really have much in the way of fall and winter and that kind of thing. So when we were coming back from Washington, we stopped at the same Walmart again, and I went ahead and I bought the fabric. So this is, I thought this was just too cute for the fall. This is 1 yard pre-cut, 100% cotton seasonal fabric. This is just, it was labeled pumpkins and mushrooms. And this was like, I think it was $5.95 or something. And that was at the Walmart in Roseburg, Oregon. And then when we got to Northern California, to a Walmart in Redding, I finally found some fall colored yarns, and these are what I purchased. I only purchased 2 because I don't know what I have still from last year. But I had tried the other Walmarts that we had stopped at along the trip, and nobody had something this specific. And I didn't really have time, nor did I really want to go into any like Joann or anything like that, which I did find a Joann and a Michaels while we were up in Washington, but I was just, honestly, I was enjoying my time with family, and that was more important to me than going into a craft store. So I haven't seen that side of my family in 8 years, so it was a beautiful reunion to catch up with them. So anyways, so this yarn is called Fall, and it is Red Heart Super Saver Stripes, 5 ounces, 100% acrylic. It's 236 yards, medium 4, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and a 5 millimeter knitting needle. Okay, so I bought 2 of those. And then I also picked up, this just jumped out at me. These are just, Peaches and Cream, stripey, medium 4, 4.5 millimeter knitting needle, and a 5 millimeter crochet hook. These are in the color Denim, and I want to say 100% cotton. I'm looking for that though. I think these are 100% cotton. I'm telling you. Yeah, 100% cotton. I kept reading right over it. So these reminded me a lot of the beach. So I just purchased 2 of these. I think they were $1.99 or $2.99 a piece. So not too bad. But yeah, so that is everything from the trip. And wow, we are at 24 minutes for Table Talk Tuesday, friends. I hope by this point you all grabbed a chair, sat down at the table here with me, and you have your drink. I hope you enjoyed this conversation that we had. I'm gonna get off of here though. I need to possibly record another video for tomorrow. If not, I'll record Wednesday's video tomorrow. I also have a trouble ticket in for our secondary bathroom with maintenance, so I don't know when they're gonna show up. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna jump off of here, friends, and get on with my day. But remember, I love you all. God loves you. Be kind. And I will see you all for another episode of Whip Wednesday in just a couple of days. Bye, friends.